the way that he could make me laugh so immediately about normal things.
I'm the luckiest man in the world.
Right now. Right now.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce continue to dominate headlines, and Taylor's appearance on New Heights didn't just increase views. It transformed the Kelce brothers podcast into a major cultural phenomenon almost instantly.
Fate of Ophelia.
Talk about Hamlet?
Hamlet?
I don't want to get Jason all riled up.
Yeah.
So we can just go through the track.
Okay.
Insiders reveal Travis Kelce may have inspired Taylor Swift's bold life of a showgirl cover, shaping her confident new image. Rumors also suggest the couple could be planning a visit to the Monterey Bay Aquarium, taking their romance into unique territory. Meanwhile, Swifties are buzzing over Easter eggs, hinting at a potential Super Bowl halftime performance. Adding to the excitement, Johnny Manziel praised Travis as truly one of one for balancing NFL stardom with dating the world's biggest pop star.
The guy is a true one of one, right? Like, I think nobody would deny how much he loves the game, puts his heart on the line every single week, week in and week out, that he's been doing for years.
Beyoncé and Jay-Z may be flexing their reported $3.2 billion empire, nearly double the combined fortune of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. But it's the pop star and NFL player who keep rewriting headlines with every move they make, starting with Taylor's now iconic cameo on New Heights. Amazon reportedly poured 9 figures into bringing the Kelce brothers show into its Wondery lineup. And while the podcast was already respectable, it was Taylor's appearance that turned it into a cultural moment that broke the internet with memes, record-shattering numbers, and global buzz. Suddenly, New Heights wasn't just two brothers talking football and life. It became the hottest ticket in podcasting, with Taylor sprinkling what felt like fairy godmother magic on a platform that had been dipping in momentum. The only problem? That kind of lightning doesn't strike twice. Taylor doesn't casually repeat appearances just because Amazon's balance sheets might like it. Her level of fame is closer to Michael Jackson in his prime, where she sets the terms, not the other way around. Without her, the show feels less like an unstoppable juggernaut and more like two brothers hanging out over nachos. Fun for fans, sure, but not groundbreaking enough to justify a $100 million valuation. The truth is, the podcasting world itself is at a crossroads. Audiences are bigger than ever, but nearly every show feels like a variation of famous person interviews another famous person, which makes it difficult to stand out. New Heights did it by playing their Taylor card, but now they face the challenge of topping what might already be their peak moment. And that's where things get interesting, because while the podcast may be struggling to capture that same spark, Travis Kelce has quietly stepped into another role entirely. Taylor's creative sounding board, hype man, and even a kind of stylist for her bold new life of a showgirl album era. Insiders suggest Travis's support has given Taylor the confidence to fully embrace a daring, glamorous aesthetic that contrasts sharply with her past, more cautious image. Gone are the cozy cardigan days. This era features crystal-studded gowns, pink ostrich feather costumes, shimmering maroon bodysuits with opera gloves, and sultry visuals like Taylor reclining in sequin lingerie half submerged in water. Fans online are eating up every look, calling her outfits next-level iconic, and praising how she continues to reinvent herself while staying true to her artistry. More importantly, sources say the change isn't just about fashion, it's about confidence. In previous relationships, Taylor reportedly felt the need to hold back, but with Travis, she feels respected, safe, and celebrated in ways that allow her to embrace a more daring, sensual side both personally and creatively. That sense of security translates into visuals that radiate boldness, independence, and strength while still being deeply connected to her storytelling. Taylor herself has explained that life of a showgirl isn't about what happened on stage during her record-breaking tour, but about what she was feeling and experiencing off stage, giving fans a rare glimpse into her private emotional world. The album's imagery, the bathtub glamour shots, the feather-clad showgirl moments, the dazzling stage-ready couture, isn't just about spectacle. It's her way of unwinding and channeling her emotions after carrying the weight of performing for stadiums filled with 70,000 screaming fans night after night. Pair that with her relationship with Travis, who manages to balance NFL stardom while being one of her biggest supporters. And it's no surprise the world is fascinated by this couple, who seem to be thriving both professionally and personally. So while Beyoncé and Jay-Z may dominate with wealth, it's Taylor and Travis who currently dominate the cultural conversation, turning every podcast cameo, outfit reveal, and subtle relationship detail into a moment the world.
I wanted to have it sort of like an offstage moment as the main album cover is because this album isn't really about what happened to me on stage. It's about what I was going through offstage.
Taylor and Travis are offering sweet glimpses into their bond. She admits his humor in everyday moments won her heart, while he proudly calls himself the luckiest guy alive to be with her.
Also, like, just the way that he could make me laugh so immediately about normal things. Travis is like, he's just a vibe booster in everyone's life that he's in.
I'm the luckiest man in the world.
Right now.
Dude.
Travis Kelce might be known as an NFL star, but lately, he's been revealing a softer side, joking about wanting to be chief of sea otter rescue after he and Taylor Swift gushed about otters on New Heights, comparing them to the stars of their own Pixar movie, with Travis even admitting he regularly watches rescue videos and tearing up over fluffy otters getting rehabilitated. Suddenly, his dream pet isn't a golden retriever but a wild otter with trust issues, and of course Taylor co-signed this playful fantasy, teasing that her man would make the perfect Disney prince swooping in to rescue an otter stuck in a shell, earning its eternal gratitude. Unsurprisingly, the Monterey Bay Aquarium jumped at the chance to get involved, reaching out to Travis's team with an invitation for a private tour of their massive 320,000 square foot marine paradise, and politely hinting he should bring his +1. And insiders say employees are already lining up to be the guides, hoping for a glimpse of the country's most watched couple strolling through jellyfish tanks, with even talk of Travis possibly lending his star power to Sea Otter Awareness Week in September, though since that overlaps with NFL season kickoff, it might mean juggling tight end duties with honorary Otter ambassador responsibilities, imagining one day Sunday night football, the next morning otter cuddles. It's also bittersweet timing because the aquarium recently said goodbye to Rosa, a beloved 24-year-old otter who lived far beyond her species' average lifespan, and now they care for 4 rescued otters who can't survive in the wild but have become stars in their own right, pampered and adored like celebrities of the aquarium world. Meanwhile, Swifties are spiraling into overdrive, convinced Taylor is preparing for the ultimate stage, yes, the Super Bowl halftime show, with theories fueled by her announcement of her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, which fans argue was seeded years ago like a carefully planted trail of Easter eggs, starting with her 2022 Anti-Hero video featuring a glittery orange romper and a mint green bathroom that once looked like quirky decor but now screams showgirl-era foreshadowing, plus her bejeweled video where she perched on the number 12 of a giant clock while dressed in full showgirl fashion, which fans flagged at the time, only for Taylor to like their posts, confirming she'd been teasing them all along. Swifties also noted that her Eras Tour pre-show playlist featured Lady Gaga's Applause. And when did she announce Showgirl? On the 12th anniversary of that very song, proving once again Taylor doesn't do coincidences, and sparking debates on whether she's a marketing genius or simply delighting in playful chaos. Probably both. Then there's the Orange Era theory, pointing to dancers walking through orange doors, costumes and unexplained color schemes, and that infamous Office Instagram video with Section A12 glaring in the background, which at the time looked like casual content but in hindsight feels like a giant neon billboard. Meanwhile, in the sports world, Johnny Manziel popped back into the spotlight to give Travis major props, calling him one of one, which in sports lingo is the highest praise, essentially saying he's built different, and it carries weight given Manziel's own football career, which became a Netflix documentary-worthy roller coaster before many rookies even got settled. But instead of taking shots like so many ex-players, Johnny actually praised Travis for balancing the relentless NFL grind with side ventures like record-shattering New Heights episodes featuring Taylor, and while critics like to whisper about distractions whenever Travis flies out to see Taylor in New York or joins her for dinner between games, Johnny brushed it off, saying if you're performing on Sundays, nobody cares what you do on Mondays, even if that means hopping private jets, facing paparazzi, or appearing alongside one of the biggest superstars in the world. In fact, Johnny framed it as a positive, celebrating Travis's ability to excel on the field while also leaning into new experiences off it, a rare balance few athletes pull off at this level, and from insiders' perspective, that's exactly what makes him stand out not just as an athlete but as a cultural figure with his own lane, further cemented by his playful role as Taylor's hype man, creative sounding board, and even unofficial stylist for her bold showgirl visuals, where her wardrobe of crystal-covered gowns, feathered costumes, and glamorous bodysuits has left fans stunned, tweeting she ate every look and brought next-level confidence to an already record-breaking era, a shift she herself attributes to feeling safe and respected in her current relationship, giving her freedom to show a side of herself that blends vulnerability with power, proving yet again why Taylor and Travis aren't just making headlines. They're shaping them in real time across music, sports, and pop culture.
The guy is a true one of one, right? Like, I think nobody would deny how much he loves the game, puts his heart on the line every single week, week in and week out, that he's been doing for years. He's a special person. So nothing that he does, whether he flies to New York for a dinner with his girl during the season or whatever it is, listen, there are certain people who move a little bit differently. He is one of them. But I know for certain, and everybody that's a Chiefs fan knows, when Sunday or Thursday or Monday rolls around, there is for sure one or two people on that team who are going to be ready and juiced and amped and ready to go try and win a football game. And everything else is just, hey, we got to make a living. We got to make a bag. We got to create something for whenever we're done playing. And I think he's done an excellent job.
It looks like athletes and celebrities are no longer just sticking to their main fields. They're blending entertainment, sports, and business into something bigger. Travis Kelce might be one of the loudest examples, but he's definitely not the only one. Micah Parsons has his own weekly podcast, Cam Newton runs his own show, and more NFL players are swapping their helmets for microphones, proving that fans want to hear unfiltered opinions straight from the ones who've actually been in the game. Even Johnny Manziel chimed in, saying the best takes don't come from people yelling at TVs with snacks in their laps, but from players who've taken real snaps on the field. While Travis may be jokingly awarded the Life MVP for his high-profile romance, another competition is happening far away from the gridiron, the race to be the ultimate billionaire power couple. That title right now belongs to Beyoncé and Jay-Z, who together boast an eye-popping net worth of around $3.2 billion. Their fortune comes from music, films, fashion, endorsements, real estate, and almost anything you can imagine. Their crown jewel? A $200 million Malibu mansion that officially became the most expensive home ever sold in California, making most dream houses look small in comparison. To put this into context, Oprah Winfrey and Stedman Graham are close with a combined $3.11 billion, which would normally make them the frontrunners, until Beyoncé and Jay-Z walk in and casually outshine everyone. Even Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, with a combined wealth of roughly $1.7 billion, look like they're still in the junior division next to the Carters, despite being able to buy more than most countries. And while the men in these pairs often take center stage, it's striking how often the women are driving the biggest financial wins, Beyoncé outperforming Jay-Z in certain ventures, Oprah leading her empire, Rihanna turning Fenty Beauty into a global powerhouse while A$AP Rocky proudly supports her. The men may grab the sports trophies or rap titles, but time and again the women are stacking billions with quiet strategic moves.